Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Serene Saini and welcome back to What After Dentistry. Now, clinical research in India has gained speedy momentum and many dental students, they opt for this field as another career option to explore after BDS. So today, I will be briefing you about this field of clinical research and how you can pursue it. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end. Now before starting, if you're new to this channel or you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then please subscribe to our channel. It's absolutely free. And don't forget to hit the bell icon because this will help you to get notified of all the videos we post. If you're watching this video on Facebook or LinkedIn, then please like and follow our pages to get notified of all the updates we post. Now without further ado, let's get started. So what is clinical research? Now, clinical research is a part of healthcare science that deals with the safety and effectiveness of medications, medical devices, diagnostic procedures, and treatment regimens which are intended for human use. In simple terms, clinical research is a research that goes into everything for all the products that we use in the medical industry. How to pursue the field of clinical research? Now there are two ways if you want to get into clinical research. One is if you have time or if you intend to do a formal education. So you can go for any kind of formal education. Most of the times either you have a certificate course in clinical research or you have certain institutes which provides you also a master's degree also in clinical research. So anywhere the course duration depending on what kind of course you are getting into, it ranges from 6 months to 2 years. All of these institutions that provide you the courses, whether it is a regular course that you're opting for or a distance learning program, they help you out with getting jobs in the pharmaceutical industry which are required, basically the entry level jobs that are required for a fresh BDS graduate to get into this clinical research field. The second way to pursue this field is if you have contacts or if you're good in networking, that is talking to people. So you can reach out to people who are already into this field. You can talk to them. If there are vacancies in their organization, they can refer you, and believe me, internal referencing always works in the healthcare industry. So if you have contacts, any of your friends or seniors who are working into this field, or if you can connect with anyone who is working in clinical research, you can talk to them, ask if there are organization, if there is a vacancy in their organization, and then you can apply for those vacancies and get through the job interviews and get into this field of clinical research. So if there is no hard and fast rule of that you have to first pursue a formal education and then only get into this field, you can directly also apply as a fresher in any of these pharmaceutical industries and get the entry level job done by yourself. So now the next question comes up, that what kind of skills are required for a fresh BDS graduate if they want to directly get into clinical research without a formal education. The very first thing which is required is passion for writing. So if you're good in writing, if you're good in the medical knowledge that you have gained throughout your dental program or degree that you have gone through. So if you have good medical knowledge, you have good writing skills, your good communication skills, especially of course in the English language. So that is one skill that is required, that you should have passion for writing, you should have good medical knowledge, and of course good communication skills and good command over English language basically. The second most important skill that is required is you should know about research papers, or you should have a basic knowledge of what clinical research is all about, what kind of clinical researches are done, how are research papers written, just a basic knowledge on that. You can always Google or see YouTube tutorials which you have plenty of information available on the net. Read through the basic knowledge, gain that basic knowledge, and then this will be very handy when you apply for any kind of entry level jobs in clinical research. Which all departments can one work into? Now before I answer this question, you should be well aware of the fact that pharmaceutical industry is divided into two major types of organization. One is the manufacturing organization. So when we say manufacturing, these are those organizations which are responsible for manufacturing of medications, medical devices, and other medical products which are required in the medical industry. So one is manufacturing. The other type of organizations are mainly into the research and development. So what happens is, these manufacturing organizations, they already have so much of work and so much of departments, internal departments, that what they do is they outsource their research and department to other organizations, like we have Indegene, Paraxil, then there is Quintile. So these are certain research and development organizations which are responsible to conduct various kinds of researches and all the kinds of developments and the documentation that is required for the parent company. So it's just like you have one parent and there is a child parent. So most of the times BDS freshers, they are basically hired by the child organizations. In the parent organizations, that is the manufacturing, on the manufacturing side, all the B pharmas and M pharmas are basically deployed and they are basically hired. But when it comes to research and development, this is where you as a BDS fresher can work on. Now, under these research and development, there are various departments. So for example, there is one department which is responsible for medical writing. When I talk about medical writing, these are like writing publications, regulatory documents, and some medico-marketing documents. So few of these are some types of documents that are written under the medical writing department. Then there is one part which is known as the labeling department or labeling solutions. So under this department, basically what happens is, you must be aware of the fact that all the drugs, the medications that are launched in the market, they have certain drug labels attached to it. Now, whenever these drug labels or medications are labeled, there's a specific process of drug labeling. So you can work on that labeling side and get hands on how this drug labeling is done, what kind of documents are required for labeling purposes, and so on and so forth. So the second department is labeling department. The third is the clinical trials, which we all know how it happens. So of course you will not be responsible for conducting these clinical trials, but then once these trials are conducted, there's a huge data which is collected. So you will be basically responsible for the collection of data, or maybe management of this data, or data coding stuff. So something wherein you have to play around the data is what clinical trials, under the clinical trials department, you might have to work for curating or maybe managing the data that is gathered from these trials. The fourth kind of department is pharmacovigilance. Now, pharmacovigilance in itself it's a big term and a big field basically. So I will be talking about this field in our subsequent videos. The fifth and the last kind of department that you might be working on is writing promotional material or training materials for the medical representatives. So you, of course, when you belonging to from the medical or a dental background, we all know how medical representatives, they come up with their own kind of promotional materials that they showcase to the dentist or to a doctor. So who basically writes these kind of training materials is somebody who's responsible to write these training materials and then hand it over to the MRs. So you might be someone who is good in writing, say some kinds of advertisements or some promotional kind of a stuff or marketing kind of documents. So if you're good in that, you might be working in this area wherein you are responsible to write promotional and training materials for medical representatives. Now, as of now, most of the time, earlier how it used to happen is, there were some certain kinds of charts or some physical files that were basically being given to the MRs. Nowadays, it's more on the digitized platforms. You might have to create presentations, you might have to create some posters or any kind of a digital tool wherein you will be creating these materials and handing it over or training the users whosoever is required, and then of course handing them so that they can go out in the market and they can represent it to the people wherever they need to showcase it. So yeah, so these are the 5 major departments that you might be working on: medical writing, labeling, clinical trials, pharmacovigilance, and then promotional material. Now, what is the career path, or how does a career path of person who's working in the clinical research looks like? So this is how the career path basically looks like. So as when you start as a fresher, you will be working as an associate writer, and then from the associate writer you might be promoted to a senior associate writer, then to a team lead, associate manager, manager, senior manager, associate director, director, and then of course at the VP level. Now of course the entire hierarchy or the promotional hierarchy that we basically call it, this will change company to company. Also this is gonna be within the duration of say 3 to 5 years. So maybe from an associate writer you might jump to a senior associate writer within 3 years, and then to associate manager you might be jumping it like within 3 years or 5 years. So this totally depends on company to company. Also on a candidate's, what kind of skill set the candidate has, and how is the performance of the candidate. So basis on these two things, your promotional designation keeps on changing. But this is what is the general career path that is being followed in the industry. So that's it for today, and I hope that I was able to brief you about this field of clinical research. Now before I end this video, we also have an interactive session coming up this Saturday at 4 p.m. with Dr. Priyanka, who is currently working as an associate manager for regulatory and labeling solutions at a reputed pharmaceutical company. She will be guiding us and giving us more insights in the field of clinical research. So please watch our video that we are going to post this Saturday at 4 p.m. If you have any other question, then please feel free to ask in the comment section, or else you can also mail us at contact.whatafterdentistry@gmail.com. I will mention all the relevant links in the description box so that you can check it out later. So if you got the relevant information about the field of clinical research, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. Please subscribe or like zarur kar dena. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, then do like and follow our page there as well, because this might be helpful for someone who's looking to get into clinical research. So do share our video in your network. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye and good luck.